Hey everyone, if you grew up watching TV in the 90s or early 2000s, you've definitely heard of Carrot Top. He was once one of the most recognizable comedians and actors, known for his wild red hair, quirky sense of humor, and unique style of prop comedy. But in recent years, people have been talking more about his appearance than his jokes. Why? Because his plastic surgery transformation left fans stunned. Once a famous face in Hollywood, his new look has sparked endless debates. What happened to Carrot Top? Why did he choose to change his appearance? And how has it affected his career? Stick around until the end, because we're going to uncover the full story behind his rise to fame, his dramatic transformation, and what he looks like now. You won't believe the before and after photos. Let's start with a little background on Carrot Top. Born Scott Thompson, he earned the nickname Carrot Top because of his bright red hair. His career took off in the 90s when he became famous for his unique style of comedy. Unlike most stand-up comedians who rely on jokes and storytelling, Carrot Top became known for his prop-based comedy, Asterisk. He'd bring a suitcase full of quirky props on stage and use them to deliver punchlines. His humor was goofy, clever, and totally different from what people were used to seeing. Carrot Top quickly became a household name. He appeared on popular talk shows, performed in sold-out comedy tours, and even starred in movies and TV shows. He was funny, entertaining, and had a charm that people couldn't resist. But while his career was thriving, there was one thing people couldn't stop talking about: his looks. Even before his transformation, Carrot Top had a distinct appearance, with his wild red curls and muscular build. But over time, something changed. Fans started noticing that Carrot Top's face was looking different. His features became more exaggerated, his cheeks seemed fuller, and his skin looked unnaturally smooth. People started speculating that he'd had plastic surgery, and not just a little. The rumors swirled that he'd undergone multiple procedures, from facial fillers to Botox to even eyelid surgery. But here's the thing: Carrot Top never confirmed exactly what he did. He always kept it vague, saying things like, "I just take care of myself," or "people love to talk." So what exactly happened? The truth is, Carrot Top's transformation wasn't just about plastic surgery. Over the years, he also became known for his muscle-bound physique. He went from being a skinny, goofy-looking guy to a bodybuilder figure. Some fans were shocked by how buff he got, while others admired his dedication to fitness. But the combination of his muscular build and his changing face made him almost unrecognizable from the Carrot Top people remembered from his early career. Let's talk about why he might have chosen to change his appearance. In Hollywood, there's always pressure to look a certain way. Celebrities face constant scrutiny, and sometimes that pressure can lead them to make drastic changes. For Carrot Top, it's possible he felt the need to stay relevant in an industry that often values youth and appearance. Or maybe he wanted to reinvent himself and stand out even more. Whatever the reason, his transformation definitely got people talking, and it still does today. But how has his transformation affected his career? Surprisingly, Carrot Top is still performing regularly. He has a long-running residency in Las Vegas, where he performs his comedy shows for packed audiences. Despite all the chatter about his looks, people still love his humor. He's one of those performers who doesn't take himself too seriously, and that's part of his charm. In interviews, Carrot Top has said that he's learned to laugh at the rumors and criticism. He knows people are talking about his appearance, but he chooses not to let it bother him too much. However, not everyone has been kind about his transformation. Over the years, Carrot Top has faced harsh criticism and even cruel jokes about his appearance. Some people have labeled him as unrecognizable or a plastic surgery disaster. But here's the thing: Carrot Top doesn't owe anyone an explanation. His choices are his own, and if he's happy with how he looks, that's all that matters. There's also a lesson to be learned here. In today's world, there's so much pressure to look a certain way, not just for celebrities, but for everyone. Social media has made it even worse, with people constantly comparing themselves to edited and filtered images. Carrot Top's story is a reminder that appearances aren't everything. What really matters is how you feel about yourself and how you choose to live your life. Another important point to note is that Carrot Top has always embraced his unique style. Even before his transformation, he stood out from the crowd with his wild hair, bold outfits, and quirky comedy. He's never been someone who blends in, and maybe that's part of the reason he's lasted so long in the entertainment industry. Love him or hate him, Carrot Top knows how to grab attention. So, what does Carrot Top look like now? Photos show that his face has settled a bit, and he looks more natural than he did a few years ago. His signature red hair is still there, and he's still as energetic and funny as ever. He may look different from the Carrot Top of the 90s, but his personality hasn't changed one bit. He's still making people laugh, and at the end of the day, that's what really counts. Before we wrap up, let's talk about the big takeaway. From this story, Carrot Top's transformation shows us that fame comes with its own set of challenges. Celebrities face constant pressure to look perfect, and sometimes that pressure leads to drastic changes. But it also shows us that it's okay to embrace who you are, whether people like it or not. Carrot Top has never been afraid to stand out, and that's what makes him unique. So, what do you think about Carrot Top's transformation? Are you surprised by how much his appearance has changed? Do you think the criticism he's faced is fair, or should people focus more on his talent rather than his looks? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for sticking around until the end. Carrot Top may look different now, but one thing's for sure, he's still making people laugh. And he's still one of the most memorable comedians out there. His story is a reminder to stay true to yourself, no matter what others say. We'll see you in the next video. Stay confident, stay unique, and never be afraid to stand out.